How you doing? I think people have to realize a few things about what's going on. First things, and most importantly, is where you get your information and news from. You can't rely on the regular channels for news anymore. They're just owned by the same company and they'll give you the same thing over and over again. For me, I've realized you get the best, most honest news from the internet, and you have to go with that. Second thing is, you hear about Trump and you know, how his approval numbers are horrible for the first 100 days. That's just not true. His approval numbers are great. You have to understand something. Our country was put in a really horrible position by the last administration, and it's going to take a while to get out of it. And it's going to cost some money because when somebody runs up debt, you got to find a way to pay it off. And he's doing that. I think he really, really loves this country. He loves it. And I don't think that's been around in this administration for a while. And if you want to find out or find another reason why you think that's true, they tried to get rid of this man several times. And I think one of those times, it was almost like God intervened and said, no, this isn't going to happen. And now he's our president. Got to trust somebody. I trust somebody who always talks and tells you what's on his mind. Sometimes I may not sound great, but to me, he sounds like a regular person who loves his country. So we got to stick with it. We got to realize that this debt that's rung up is going to have to find a way to get paid off. I don't think it's ever going to get paid off, but he's doing his best to do it. And we, as Americans, got to pull together. And these people that have been in our government, that have rung up this bill, that are now running and hiding, they have to be prosecuted. They're not above the law. You got to remember something else. When they say this money was spent, that money was spent, this money was given away, that money was given away, it's our tax dollars, working Americans. And this money's been given away and paid out to other countries and to war for far too long. It's got to stop. We got to keep the money here and take care of the people here. Also, all those illegal immigrants that are here, they'll say, like in my state, New Jersey, oh, well, they brought in $400 million in tax revenue. They cost the state between $2 and $7 billion. You got to find a new way to get your news. And the way to get it is online, like Tucker Carlson, things like that. Because the regular news channels just ain't going to tell you the truth. They're going to tell you what their narrative is, and they're all the same. We dodged a bullet. If Trump wouldn't have won, in my opinion, being an older person, this country would have been sunk. We would have been done. It would have been over. There'd be no more free elections. All right. Have a good day, man. Do your homework. And remember, right now we got to think of not our future, but our children's future and their future and how we can make it better. We have to, or else this great experiment's over. Have a good day, man. Do your homework.